Welcome to MATC Now. The Echocardiography class gives us a peek into how students can see and hear the heart. Having trouble with your vision? Learn about a grant that can help you receive glasses for free. Plus, find out when you can meet Santa on campus. All that and more here on MATC Now. Thanks for joining us on another exciting episode of MATC Now. I'm Adriana Ramirez. Joining us today is the Associate Dean of Health Sciences here at MATC, Dr. Eric Goss. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me, Adriana.
Can you explain some of the things you do here at MATC?
Sure. As an Associate Dean, I work with faculty on helping set schedules. I do help with curriculum and accreditation issues for our programs. I meet with students and work with a lot of our community stakeholders to ensure that our students can graduate and get jobs here in the community.
Very nice. And can you tell us about some of the health programs offered here at MATC?
Sure. Obviously, nursing is our biggest program, but we also offer programs in a variety of areas, including dental hygiene and dental technician. We have office-based programs such as health unit coordinator and medical coding specialist. And then there are allied health programs such as renal dialysis tech, anesthesia tech, surgical tech, and cardiovascular technology.
Wow, it seems like we have a variety here. Students have a lot of financial obligations when it comes to college. Being in debt is never easy, but a grant called Fast Funds helps students stay above water, especially with their Gift of Sight program. And if you love jewelry, you don't have to look far. MATC has a jewelry sale that happens once a semester, where you can buy nice-looking jewelry for a reasonable price, made by the jewelry casting students of continuing education.
That's run by lens crafters. And so we made that information available to all of the faculty as well as the counselors and advisors so that students who are need new glasses, and their glasses don't have to be broken. They simply need new glasses, or they haven't had an eye exam in a long time, that if they are low income, which is almost all of our students, they can go to lens crafters after meeting with a counselor. They can get a letter from the counselor that says that they're an MATC student and that they need to have an eye exam and free glasses, and lens crafters through the Gift of Sight program will give them a free eye exam and free glasses. 72% of our students are on Pell Grants. That means they're low income, and yet MATC is their stepping stone, their ladder to a future. There's very few stepping stones or ladders to a better future for people who are low income in this country. Most of the supports have been taken away. MATC is one, and the FAST Fund is one way for the faculty and other employees at MATC to support our students so that our students can really reach their full potential. This year, the FAST Fund has given grants to 36 students and spent over $10,000. We are continuing to raise money. Most of our money comes from either MATC faculty or from MATC retirees. They have been very generous because they understand better than anybody else the struggles and the challenges that our students face. We can create all the pathways we want. We can create all the organizations on campus that we want. But if students don't have a roof over their head, if the heat isn't on, if they don't have electricity, if they don't have food, if they don't have transportation, they are not going to be successful. Our faculty understand that. They have been very, very generous. And that's because, more than anything, as an educator, you want your students to succeed.
MATC jury casting students host a jury sale every year. There are many different styles of jury you can choose from. David Dumke, a jury casting student, gives us an insight on the student jury sale.
The jewelry sale is dual purpose. It is for the students to sell what they've made and giving everyone a goal to shoot for, like make some pieces that people would like and that you can sell when you're done with the process. The second purpose is to really try and get more people interested in the program here at MATC. I have a wonderful jewelry studio set up, but it's nothing compared to what the school has here. And I could do a lot of this at home, but the factor of mixing our time here with other artists always is an inspiration. You know, it's hard to sit home and be inspired a lot of times, but if you come here and mix with other crazy people who like to make jewelry, it's a real benefit.
We all have goals when it comes to things. David talks a little about his goals that he hopes to achieve every time he has the jewelry selling event.
My goal is to have a good time. We have a great time making this stuff. Selling it's like a bonus. You know, if I could afford it, I'd give it away just to see the smiles.
Have you ever heard of someone making jewelry from wood? Well, David also does a lot of tree art. He makes things such as necklaces, rings, and bracelets from wood grain.
Pieces here are made from a casting of wood grain. And what I did was find a very unique piece of wood where the grain was sticking up enough so it would be textured when I cast it in silver. And the process is you make a silicone mold, and from that mold you make waxes. And then the process is called the lost wax casting technique, where the wax is put into like a plaster of Paris, put into an oven and burned out. And then when that's all done and the mold is hot, you cast molten silver in it. And you end up with something like this.
Keep a lookout for the next student jewelry sale so that you can be in style with some cool, reasonable priced jewelry.
For more information about emergency assistance grants, like the FAST Fund, email scholarships@matc.edu or pick up an application at MATC Foundation Office Room S214 to apply. And the jewelry made by the continuing education students was incredible. What'd you think about it?
Well, I think it's a great example of the type of programs that MATC has, where students can learn something that is very practical and applied, and you can turn around and see that immediate results, for example, at a place like a jewelry sale, where the students can show what they do and make some money while they're at it.
Yeah, I think I'll have to stop by and do some Christmas shopping.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you ever wondered what your heart looks like?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. The Cardiovascular Technology program teaches students how to use sound waves to create pictures of the heart. These pictures can be used to save lives. Up next, we'll talk with a guest who is here in the studio. But first, take a look at how MATC is preparing students for a career in echocardiography.
In the echocardiogram program, students learn a lot of different aspects of cardiology, from EKG to cath lab to cardiac ultrasound. I'm primarily responsible for teaching in the cardiac ultrasound program, where basically I'm teaching the students how to be sonographers, how to learn to scan the heart. And they get a lot of different background and clinical studies, case study review, and basically we work with them here in the clinic and in labs to teach them how to scan. And scanning is actually a skill or a talent that they need to acquire over time. This is in the echocardiographic program here at MATC are very much hands-on. We do have our studies of materials regarding cardiology and instrumentation and pharmacology and EKG, but primarily they learn more when they have their hands on, and that's what our labs and our clinical experiences are all about.
You're not sitting in a room with tons of people. It's a small knit program, so you really get to know the fellow students. We all help each other to increase our skills. Some people are better at other things than others, and working together, we really are gaining the knowledge that is really going to help us when we're at our clinical site. So how our free clinic here at MATC works is we have anyone come in. There are patients. It's open to the public. It's on Wednesdays, and it goes until December 15th. So it's open from 8 a.m. until 2:30 in the afternoon, and a patient comes in, we hook them up to an EKG, so you see the heart across the screen, and we use our ultrasound machine to take pictures of their heart and look for any different abnormalities and take some beautiful heart pictures.
The clinic benefits us as a student because once we get out into the clinical portion of our studies, we are going to be expected to perform entire echocardiograms. It may be partial in the beginning, but eventually we'll be doing them on our own. So we have to be familiar not only with the whole process, but we have to be familiar with the different equipment. And the lab offers us that ability because we do have several different machines, and that better reflects what's going to be out there at the different hospital sites and the different clinic sites.
With the students coming out of our program, we find that the lag time as far as getting jobs, usually they all have jobs within a year, sometimes 6 months. Our last class graduated in May, graduated 9 students, student echocardiographers. 6 of them got jobs. The other 3 have been working on getting registered, and now they're registered diagnostic cardiac sonographers. The class previous to that had only 5 students, and they all obtained jobs. Normally within, I want to say, 6 months or less, and we work with them, and the job shop here at MATC also works with the students to help them with interview practices and things like that. But the job market is looking good, starting to look much better as the economy looks better.
With this degree, we will hopefully get jobs either working at hospitals or working at personal clinics. Right now at this time, I think I'd prefer working in a hospital setting.
From here, I want to get a job, hopefully right out of school. Obviously, you always start at the bottom, but I want to work my way up. I'm going to eventually be achieving my bachelor's degree and be the best echo tech that I possibly can be.
This is a great program here at MATC. We've been in existence almost about 20 years. I brought a program over from Aurora St. Luke's, which has started their own program recently, and it's a bachelor's program, but we have an associate degree program where you can come out, get registered, and make the same amount of money as people going through a bachelor's program. So basically you come to us, we save you some money, we get you some excellent clinical training, we have excellent preceptors, and as you can see from our lab here today, we have lots of fun here.
What an exciting program offered at the downtown campus. Program applicants can select either invasive or echocardiography specialty for their associate degree. Here to tell us more about MATC's cardiovascular technology program is student Melissa Hansen. Thank you so much for joining us today, Melissa.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So why did you choose this program instead of other ones? Like, what about this one was the one for you?
You know, I'm 32 years old, and I think kind of like many other students right outside of high school, I did not know exactly what I wanted to do. I thought for sure I did not want to work in a hospital. That was, you know, no needles, no blood, nothing. But I followed my mom's footsteps, and I worked in supply chain at a hospital for 10 years, and then kind of sort of fell into this, and I realized, you know, it's not all surgical, it's not all invasive, and I really like it. It's something where I feel like I'm helping people, but at the same time I'm not in the middle of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell us more about the free clinics?
Free clinics, it's offered every Wednesday. It's excuse me, it's an open clinic from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. and we take walk-ins. If you know someone that's in the program, you're more than welcome to just come in and make an appointment. Yeah, we have 5 machines where we do scans and take people as a first come, first served basis, or if we have appointments.
And how does this clinic help with your studies?
It gives us the hands-on learning that we need. Not everybody has the same views and windows when it comes to viewing the heart. In the beginning, we practice on our classmates, so we got used to each other's views. Like, we knew that one student, her heart sat lower in her heart, so we would have to come at a different angle. Whereas when we're having the open clinic, we don't know the people that are coming in. And you know, you gotta sit there and find the heart just like you would any other clinic when you're out there on the field.
Yeah, wow, that's a great program to have, to, you know, the walk-in clinic. About how many people would you say on average do you see on a regular day?
Well, we try to take one every hour or so on all 5 machines, you know, give or take about 6 or 7 time slots, so about like 35, 40 patients if we can. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. You get to see a lot of people and help them out throughout the day.
And what happens during the scan if you see an abnormality or something comes up that doesn't look right? What is the protocol for those patients?
Well, for us as the techs, we're not allowed to diagnose. But we do have Rick look over all of our scans, look over all of our images, and if we see anything that's questionable, we raise it to his attention and he looks over it. If there is something that is severe or something that does raise red flags, Rick will recommend that they go see and have a professional echo done, so that way it can be listed in their record and they can have the proper diagnosis made.
Wow, okay. Last question for you here. What are your future goals after graduation?
Well, my goal is to find a job in echo. Ultimately, we will be doing clinicals in the spring, and I had always wanted to work with children and work at Children's Hospital, but I kind of think I'm going to begin more in the adult aspect of it and probably look internally at a few hospitals. Like, there's one that I work at right now, and I know they have echo techs there, so might look there and
That's awesome.
just kind of branch out and see different facilities. So
Great, great, awesome. Make sure you stop in for an echocardiogram performed by one of our student echo techs. Up next, you'll find MATC alumni working everywhere around Milwaukee, including places like high-end restaurants. One culinary arts alumni, Lisa McKay, excelled at MATC, and that was just the beginning.
The culinary program at MATC is one of the most hands-on degrees students can graduate from. One can learn new skills and techniques or enhance those that they already have. Lisa McKay graduated from the program in 2013 and has continued to learn and grow both herself and her business.
What I'm doing today, I am a business owner. I own Lisa K Catering, and I've been doing this for over 8 years now. We are a full-service off-site catering company where we prepare the food in our kitchen, and we keep the hot food hot, cold food cold, and take it to the venue of our customer's choice. I am also involved in the American Culinary Federation because of MATC. Chef Shirello and Chef Shelley, they introduced me to the ACF, and from there I just sprung off. In 2015, I won the ACF Chef of the Year. I am now the director for the Chef and Child Foundation through ACF, and also I have been nominated vice president for next year. It has just been an ongoing success since I've been away from MATC. I chose MATC when I decided to go into cooking because I found out from tons of people that MATC had the best culinary arts program. I've already had owned my catering company, and so it helped to enhance my cooking skills and to just take it to another level. The most important lesson I've learned at MATC and through our mentors and the instructing chefs is timing is everything. Being on time, making sure everything is prepared. Prepare yourself and be ready and not to let anybody down.
Although Lisa has plenty on her plate running her own catering business, she still makes time to stop by MATC to talk with her old instructors and see what current students are up to.
The advice that I have or can give to any student that's going in the culinary field is to listen and to learn. Yes, you may know it, but there's a new way of doing a lot of different things. Don't be a know-it-all. Let the chef finish what he's saying and run with it, because me, myself, I never told my instructors that I had my own company. And sometimes they will tell me how to do something, which I already knew, but I didn't hear. I wanted to listen. I wanted to see what they had to say. And because you can rock at it, and they will probably, oh, you learned that fast, but you already probably have known it, but that's okay. It's good to hear it from the chef and, just learn some different techniques of doing things.
Lisa's goals for the future are to continue doing the Kids Culinary Camp every summer, cooking classes for adults and children, and to launch a new meal menu featuring vegan and vegetarian options.
To stay up to date with Lisa's culinary journey, like Lisa K Catering on Facebook. And to see what our current culinary arts students are up to, check out any of our campus restaurants, including the 6th Street Cafe, International Cuisine Cafe, or the Cuisine Restaurant, all located in the M Building. MATC has many events coming up. Let's go to Adriana to see what's coming up in the MATC Minute.
Thanks, Dr. Goss. December 7th, MEC 1 campus will host a winter gala from 5 to 8 p.m. It will include cookie decorating, games, horse-drawn sleigh rides, food, and more. Tickets are on sale at each campus cashier. The tickets cost $5 for adults, $3 for children ages 4 to 12, and kids 3 and under are free. Downtown campus will hold an academic honor recognition ceremony in the Cooley Auditorium at 6 p.m. Students with a 3.5 and higher cumulative GPA will be honored. December 9th, you can have breakfast with Santa. On the 3rd floor of the S Building at the downtown campus from 9 a.m. to noon, you can get your picture taken with Santa. The breakfast buffet will last until 10:30 a.m. Tickets cost $5 for ages 15 and up. Under 15 is $3. Tickets can be purchased at the room S303, at the downtown campus, or at the West Dallas cashier. And that's all for the MATC Minute. Back to you, Dr. Goss.
Thanks, Adriana. MATC is definitely getting into the holiday spirit this semester. It's exciting that Santa Claus will be on campus. You won't want to miss him. Up next on MATC Now is an important message from one of our academic leaders on staff here at MATC. Are you or anyone you know facing challenges in getting a high school diploma? Well, take some notes as Valencia Brown, Associate Dean of the School of Pre-College, shows us how to get a GED.
Associate Dean for a little over a year. I've been at MATC for 16 years. I started out as a coordinator and then an assistant dean and then up to associate dean. As I did different jobs and as I worked with different programs, I knew that staying in the School of Pre-College would be rewarding because these are students who had to experience different things, major things in their lives. And a lot of our students are disadvantaged, and to see them actually do well and graduate and cross that stage is so rewarding. So for me, I think it was when I started here in pre-college and just seeing the different departments and the different roles of pre-college, I always knew that I wanted to be in pre-college. The School of Pre-College is a combination of many things. There's GED and HSED programs. There's ESL, which is English as a second language. There's also basic skill classes where students come and just enrich themselves so that they can possibly pass the active places. So anything that has to do with a student prior to going to college. My most important role is to see that students get what they need so they can be successful and move on to either self-sustaining jobs or move on into the college. There are several steps. They could apply online to the program, or they can come into our Welcome Center, or they can come into this office. And they can just fill out the application, they take a TABE test, and then they can register for classes based on the scores of their TABE test. A lot of students think it's too late. They may have dropped out of high school or they didn't do so well, but my advice to them is to just come in. Once they talk with the counselor advisor, they will see that there's many students that are in the same boat as them, and it's so encouraging because they see other students that are working side by side with them, and then they're able to encourage the other students, they encourage each other, and then they could move on. So my suggestion is to just come in and talk with the counselor advisor, and then they'll be able to see that they can do it as well. My direct phone number, I don't mind if students call me directly, is 414-297-8661.
Do it one more time, sorry.
The GED test is also available in Spanish, and all GED students will have a chance to work with a pre-college counselor. Well, from handmade jewelry to resources such as the FAST Fund, we have covered a lot in today's episode. Thank you, Dr. Goss, for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Tune in to watch our next and final episode of this semester's MATC Now on Monday, December 11th at 3:30 p.m. only on MilwaukeePBS.org/live, where we will go into detail of the music occupation program. If you can't make it to the live stream from your device, be sure to watch full episodes on YouTube. And don't forget to register for classes for next semester. For MATC Now, I'm Adriana Ramirez. Thanks for watching.